Welcome to my Chanel Coins History Coins VC Today videos. Is one you want to miss. We're driving into the words coins. So let's get it started. The 1989 United States of America quarter dollar is a part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin minted in 1989 continued the original design by John Flanagan, who created the iconic portrait of Washington that had appeared on the obverse front of the coin since the series began. The obverse features a left-facing bust of George Washington, a symbol of leadership and the foundational role he played as the first president of the United States. The word liberty is boldly inscribed at the top of the coin, while In God We Trust is to the left of Washington's portrait, reinforcing the country's commitment to faith as part of its national identity. The mint year, 1989, is displayed prominently at the bottom. Depending on where it was minted, the coin may bear a small letter denoting the mint mark, no mark for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco only on proof coins. The reverse of the 1989 quarter showcases a design steeped in American symbolism. It features a heraldic eagle with wings outstretched, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing readiness for defense. Beneath the arrows is a pair of olive branches, which represent the nation's desire for peace. Above the eagle is the inscription United States of America, and just below that, the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, a reference to the unity of the states. At the bottom of the coin is the denomination, quarter dollar. The overall imagery reflects both strength and peace, fundamental themes in American culture and policy. In terms of composition, the 1989 quarter is made of a clad alloy, an inner core of pure copper with outer layers made of a copper-nickel, cupor-nickel blend, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition replaced the 90% silver quarters that were minted before 1965. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.75 millimeters, with a reeded grooved edge that is characteristic of most U.S. coins of this denomination. This edge not only helps distinguish the quarter from similarly sized coins, but historically also served as a safeguard against coin clipping, a fraudulent practice once common with precious metal coins. In terms of mintage, the 1989 quarter was produced in extremely high numbers, making it common and not particularly rare in circulated condition. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 512 million of these coins, while the Denver Mint produced an even higher number, exceeding 896 million. The San Francisco Mint also produced a smaller quantity of proof coins, which are specially made for collectors and are not intended for general circulation. These proof coins are struck multiple times using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, giving them a mirror-like finish and sharp detail. While circulated 1989 quarters are generally only worth face value, uncirculated or proof versions, especially those graded highly by professional grading services, such as MS-65 or higher, can fetch modest premiums among collectors. From a historical perspective, the 1989 quarter represents the final decade of the classic Washington quarter design before the launch of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. That initiative brought a rotating series of reverse designs celebrating each U.S. state and revitalized public interest in coin collecting. As such, the 1989 quarter marks the end of an era in U.S. coinage, a time when designs remain consistent and deeply rooted in national symbolism. Though it may seem ordinary due to its commonality, the 1989 quarter still serves as a meaningful piece of everyday American history. It connects the average person with over half a century of tradition, national pride, and the legacy of George Washington. Whether carried in a pocket, placed in a coin jar, or stored in a collector's album, the 1989 quarter is a quiet but powerful reminder of America's enduring values and the everyday tools that help carry them forward. The 1980 United States of America quarter dollar is a significant coin from the widely recognized Washington quarter series, which has been in continuous circulation since 1932. This series was originally introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the nation's first president, and the design created by sculptor John Flanagan has been a central feature on the coin for decades. On the obverse front of the 1980 quarter, we see the familiar left-facing profile of George Washington, portrayed with strength, dignity, and simplicity. Above his head is the word liberty, a foundational value of the United States, while to the left is a national motto, "In God We Trust." The year of mintage, 1980, is located at the bottom center. Most notably, the 1980 quarter also includes a mint mark, a small letter found to the right of Washington's ponytail, just above the date. A P represents a Philadelphia mint, which began placing mint marks on quarters for the first time that year, making the 1980 P quarter historically significant. A D stands for the Denver Mint, and an S denotes a San Francisco mint-proof coin. On the reverse back of the 1980 quarter is a patriotic and symbolic image of a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, designed by Flanagan as well. The eagle perches on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing military readiness, and below it lie olive branches, signifying peace. This dual imagery reflects the United States' commitment to both strength and diplomacy. At the top, the words United States of America curve around the coin's rim, with the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, out of many one. Just beneath it, referencing the unity of the many states forming one nation. The bottom of the coin reads quarter dollar, indicating its denomination, which is equivalent to 25 cents. The design is strong in its symbolism and represents the ideals on which the country was founded. The composition of the 1980 quarter reflects a change in American coinage that occurred in 1965. Prior to that year, quarters were made of 90% silver, but due to the rising cost of silver, the U.S. mint transitioned to a clad composition. The 1980 quarter is made of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. This gives the coin its distinctive silvery color, while being durable for daily handling. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a reeded edge, a series of grooves along the edge that help prevent tampering and make it easier to distinguish by touch. From a production standpoint, the 1980 quarter saw very high mintage numbers, making it a common coin in circulation. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 635 million coins, the Denver Mint produced around 518 million, and the San Francisco Mint struck roughly 3.5 million proof coins, which were never released for circulation. These proof coins were made for collectors and struck with special dies on polished blanks, giving them a mirror-like appearance with frosted details. While circulated 1980 quarters hold little value above their face worth due to their abundance, coins in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, can be more valuable. Additionally, collectors look for specific varieties or errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that might increase a coin's rarity and thus its market value. Historically, the 1980 quarter is part of the final stretch of the traditional Washington quarter design that remained largely unchanged from 1932 until the launch of the 50 state quarters program in 1999. That era of coinage reflected a time when designs were conservative and rooted in strong nationalistic symbolism. The 1980 issue, while common in appearance, reflect the socioeconomic landscape of the late 20th century, a time when coin collecting remained a strong hobby in the U.S., and the Mint was preparing for a broader public engagement with designs and commemorative series. The inclusion of the P mint mark for the first time on Philadelphia quarters also marks 1980 as a noteworthy year in numismatic history. In conclusion, while the 1980 United States quarter dollar may seem ordinary today, it embodies the traditions, artistry, and practical history of American currency. It's a coin that has passed through countless hands, vending machines, and piggy banks, but for those who pause to look closer, offers a small yet meaningful connection to the values and imagery that define the United States. Whether a piece of loose change or a cherished collectible in pristine condition, the 1980 quarter continues to tell a quiet but powerful story of national identity, economic history, and everyday life in America.